It looks like Tom Holland will reunite with Robert Downey Jr. in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. Now, this report just popped out not too long ago, basically a few minutes ago. I just saw the news report that it looks like Robert Downey Jr. will reunite with Tom Holland, and this will happen in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. So, what's happening is that I will cover this in a separate video because Tom Holland will work with Christopher Nolan in a new film. This is a separate video. That's a new report that popped out basically about a few hours ago as well. The Hollywood Reporter reported on that. Now, after that report, a few hours later, it was now being reported that Robert Downey Jr. Is looking to bring back the Spider-Man character into the Doomsday project, bring Tom Holland into the Avengers Doomsday. Now, to be fair, Avengers always used to have the Spider-Man character already, so it's not like it's a huge surprise by any means, but it's looking like it's a done deal at this point. Now, it's also good to mention that Robert Downey Jr. just finished with Nolan in Oppenheimer and won an Oscar. And remember that Holland is just still in talks, basically for now with Christopher Nolan. It's not a done deal. It's not like they've signed him on. It's still in talks. I suspect he will be there for the Nolan's new project. Now, the Doctor Doom project is no longer a secret. It's already in the works as we speak in the Marvel division. They are already working hard to get this project off the ground. So it's already been discussed how many of the previous stars that were so big with their own individual projects they want to bring in to star with Robert Downey Jr. in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. And not only that, we are actually also looking at the fact that uh, I talked about Brie Larson a few days ago. The video is catching steam on this channel as well. Brie Larson is already slated to return as Captain Marvel in the um, Captain Marvel in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. Now, the Hollywood Reporter says that if Tom Holland will be appearing in Avengers Doomsday, which gets released in 2026, that's literally about 2 years from now. Then Holland will be doing Spider-Man 4, which doesn't have a release date yet. It doesn't have any release dates yet. And also, the Hollywood Reporter says that that Tom Holland signing on for the new Nolan movie may come with some ripple effects as well, because you can sign on to be in a Nolan movie and still have more commitments for a huge project like the Avengers Doomsday. It's not easy. It's not easy because you're talking about two huge projects here. You're not just going to swing from one studio to the other studio to go film scenes. It doesn't happen. Once you have a contract on the table, you have to honor that contract to the last letter. That's how contracts work. So I still am not so just yet about how this is going to go down. Now, the Hollywood Reporter continues by stating that what this means is that since you have Tom Holland already going to literally sign on for the new Nolan film, you will have the situation whereby Holland won't be able to film Spider-Man 4 until early 2025. So that's interesting. He can only film Spider-Man 4 in early 2025. And then Hollywood Reporter even adds that Holland will spend the next year juggling the Nolan movie as well as the Spider-Man 4 film. So I still don't know how he is going to have enough time to film enough scenes for Avengers Doomsday, which is a separate film from Spider-Man 4 and the Nolan film, might I add. So this is not it's not easy as one would think. It's quite complicated because once you start having multiple projects on the table, and these are not any kind of multiple projects. We are talking about huge projects that have insane ramifications. They are so expensive to make from multiple studios here that are involved. I don't know how he's going to pull it off. I don't know how they're going to break this down for him to be in all three films, but we have to wait and see. Now, regarding Avengers Doomsday, the film has a May 1st, 2026 release date and will also start filming next year. That is crazy. Now, the Hollywood Reporter adds that Holland will also have a likely stop for Avengers Doomsday. Now, that sounds like Holland might just have a small role and not a large role in the film, which it does basically just to reunite Robert Downey Jr. as well as Tom Holland in the film following Tony's death in Avengers Endgame. So this is what's going to happen. Um, and Tony played a father figure to Peter in the previous Spider-Man films. The MCU Spider-Man films here. So this is a huge deal. Tony again is a huge deal. However, what happens with Peter realize it's not Tony but Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom from another universe and a villain to boot. We can guess the story will conclude in Avengers Secret Wars in 2027. So this is what's going to be happening going forward. Now there is another theory here. Which is the fact that Spider-Man 4 could be delayed. There's a possibility, and there is a world where Spider-Man 4 can be delayed because the Hollywood Reporter also makes it sound as Spider-Man 4 has been delayed, and the delay will enable Zendaya, the love interest of Peter Parker in Spider-Man. This will enable Zendaya to star in Spider-Man 4 because there's currently rumors that Spider-Man 4 will feature a new female lead. This is what's being reported as well. The Hollywood Reporter even states that Spider-Man 4 was delayed enough that Holland's co-star Zendaya will now be shooting Dune 3 in early 2026 rather than next year, which is going to be interesting nonetheless. So that sounds like Spider-Man 4 will film in either late 2025 because it will now allow Zendaya to be done with Spider-Man 4 and then move on to Dune 3. That's what's going to be happening. Move on to filming of Dune 3. That will happen in early 2026 from what's being reported right now. So this is interesting. Look, there is so much that is still on the pipeline. There's so much that's still being reported. And there is even this other rumor that Spider-Man 4 could even easily happen before Avengers Secret Wars. So, because if you look at the date for the Avengers Secret Wars, it's slated for May 7, 2027. Now, once you have Tom Holland filming so many projects, and you look at the fact that Spider-Man 4 will be filmed next year, there is no way in hell that film is going to be done by 2026, at least the entire production. It will still take some time for it to conclude and all that. So there are so many things in the pipeline, but I will keep my eyes out to evaluate things and show you guys when this project will make its debut on on the big screen, because there will be so many changes. Make no mistake about it, there will be delays and everything in between that, but we shall see what will happen eventually. So for now, share your thoughts down below on this news report. I hope you guys enjoyed it very much. Please subscribe to the channel, make sure you follow us on Rumble, and I'll see you guys very much next time.